おはようございます。こんにちは。こんばんは。おやすみなさい。KCS チャンネル、みんふーです。どうも。タングルタワー実況プレイ続きやっていきたいと思います。前回ですね、事件現場戻って、絵の書かれてない部分に、ペネロピーの鳥ですね。タバサちゃんっていうこの後ろにいる黄色い鳥なんですけど、いたんじゃないかっていうのを見つけたら、探偵出てきて実はペネロピー変装してました、みたいな。結構事件が根本から覆ってしまいそうな展開なんですが、ひとまずちょっと彼女を尋問して、真相に近づいていきたいと思います。お願いします。
Let's see how thorough you've been. Tell me, do you know what a misted is?
ミスティッドとは何か。
Misted?
ふんわりとしかわかんないんだよな、これ。このタングルタワーのある島付近のものなのか、その生き物のことなのか。でも知ったかぶりしねえ方がいいかな。じゃあ世界で一番便利な言葉使えます。
What? As I expected. After all, their connection to the Freya case is minimal.
やっぱ正直者が救われる世界線なんだ、これは。
What are we talking about?
It's a collective term from before my time.
総称ね、はい。
Birds, insects,
生き物みたいな
anything living off the lake water.
概念なのね。
The mutation can take several generations, or it can happen overnight.
Wait, misteds? Like cryptids? Like Bigfoot or whatever?
A little egregious, isn't it? I suspect that was an intentional parallel.
そうか、突然変異起こりやすいから、その生き物総称してみたいな。
Perfectly real. They're just kept secret. Or at least, that was the original plan. As it happened, some got out. Quite a few got out.
How do you know all this?
When I entered the study at 19, I found a single object that rather changed my life. Something which answered my questions while at once creating all new ones.
ペニーが書斎で見つけた彼女の疑問の答えになるものは何だろう。彼女の疑問は何だったの？でも書斎にあるものだから、この辺になってくるんだろうけど、これ多分いなくなった人たちなんだよな。これで行きましょう。
The five missing family
行方
members
不明になっている
standing
5人の親
together
族。
as a single unit,
はい。
calling themselves the ambassadors of Misted Mansion.
はい。
So, the house was renamed from Misted Mansion to Tangle Tower?
And rightly so. The age of Misted Mansion is long past.
そうね。
When I looked inside the incinerator on my first visit to the study, I found nothing but ash. The afterimage of a bygone era denied to me in its entirety. The study, the room at the bottom of the lake itself. All I felt my only hope lay with the ambassadors. If I could find them, maybe they'd share the family history that Flora and the others were trying so hard to forget.
How did you track them down?
It was tough. They'd taken almost everything. Books, maps, charts, the creatures themselves, all lost, taken away or destroyed. But I got lucky. I got a lead. I found one, and he led me to the rest.
彼が残りのみんな、導いてくれた。
What happened? Why'd you paint out all their faces?
They didn't help you either, did they?
19-year-old me had imagined they'd all left with a mission, a unified purpose. But they hadn't. They were, in fact, every bit as fractured as the people that still live here. Most of them had left tracking escaped mystids.
なるほど、なるほど。
Some claimed to be researchers, others little more than hunters.
はい。
All five, completely useless to me.
Even your own parents?
Eventually, I returned to Tangle Tower. I had nowhere else to go. I considered giving up. But instead, I made a decision. There was only one person at Tangle Tower still of interest to me. My dear Uncle Pointer had suddenly made a show of taking up astronomy.
確かになんかやってる風だったもんな。
A fairly superficial charade. I don't think many people were fooled by it. But I knew it wasn't just a falsehood. It was a mask. Pointer had found something from the era of Misted Mansion.
はい。ポインター教授が見つけたミスティッド屋敷時代のものとは、虫だったら通るか。ミスティッド屋敷の時代のもの。
So, where did he get the beetle?
I cannot be sure. But I theorize that he received it in the post.
In the post? From who?
Who can say? Someone outside Tangle Tower. But the thought that he would be in contact with such a person all that time, I decided to take what was owed to me.
虫をってこと
So you stole it.
Stealing the beetle turned out to be only the first step. Upon realizing it was gone, Pointer made little effort to disguise his frustration. I asked what was bothering him. He foresaw no risk in sharing a little of the truth with his niece.
ああ、まあじゃあ正直に言ってくれたんだ。
He told me he'd lost a rare treasure, something he'd been keeping safe. I suggested, innocently, that perhaps it was not lost. Perhaps it had been stolen. He was very ready to believe he'd been the victim of theft. When I
ちょっと
offered
被
to call
害
in a
妄想
private
気味だった
detective,
もんな。
he jumped on the idea.
はい。
She arrived the next day. Hawkshaw prides herself on her punctuality, as you know.
あれ、それ化けてんのはポインターは知ってんのか？
Why, though? Why go through all that? The name, the costume, and everything?
ポインターに
It's
も
somewhat sad to admit, but I had little use
なる
left
ほど
for
ね。
Penny Pointer as she was. Hawkshaw afforded me new advantages, opportunities.
But didn't you have to pretend to be working for Professor Pointer?
Ah, well, that was one of the advantages. Pointer was in such a desperate state, he was finally willing to share some of his secrets. On the second day, Hawkshaw explained she needed to be able to search the secret laboratory. Pointer gave in and gave me the code for the harp statue. Reluctantly, but still.
入り口のとこね。
So, you stole Pointer's research?
I would have done, if I'd found anything worth stealing.
うん。
But he had made remarkably little progress,
はい。
barely scratching the surface of the beetle's true mystery.
まあそうだね。
Which is?
It carries an exoskeleton approximately 90% identical to gold. But it's not the 90% I'm interested in.
は
Did you
あ、
ever
お金
question
の
what
ためではない。
exactly makes the water here so unique? Before Misted Mansion was built over the lake, before the lake was even a lake,
湖が湖になる前。
Lord Remington and his wife built a small structure here, a research station.
ああ、それが下の階なのかな？
Fast forward 2 or 3 generations, and as you saw for yourself, it's been mostly cleared out.
The ambassadors took everything when they left.
And everything they didn't take was burned in the incinerator. However, possessing additional insight, I found something the others had missed.
他の人が見落としていたも
It's
のを
not
見つけた。
much, but I have what I need.
So, why isn't this the end of the story? Why did you stay? Why did you kill Freya?
うん。びっくりしたー。フレイヤフェローの遺言。フレイヤの遺言。ほい。
Simply put, Freya was too good for me. It's my fault. I pushed her over the edge, unknowingly, but still, I take the blame.
はい。
What are you talking about?
Did you know I based the design for Hawkshaw on
あー、なるほど。服をデザインしたみたいな言われ方をしてたもんな。ペニーがホークショーのデザインに使ったフレイヤーが書いたもの。これしかないよ。
That's right.
はい。
I had assumed it was purely abstract. I just thought it had a good energy. I later
ペネ
discovered
ロピー目
it
線
was a
の
figure of some
っていう
kind,
こと
something
か。
from Freya's recurring nightmare. For all her vitality, I think Freya was probably the most troubled of all of us. She was desperate to leave Tangle Tower, but she couldn't just walk away. For quite some time, she'd been trying to break into Pointer's
探り
laboratory.
回ってたって
Freya
言って
and
た
her
な。
friends were halfway through deciphering those symbols on the harp statue, I believe.
Why did she care about getting into Pointer's lab?
That's exactly what I wondered. At first, I thought perhaps she just wanted to free the Beatles. She has a fondness for them. What Pointer was doing upset her significantly. But in fact, I think it was something else. I think she wanted
フィオナを解放してあげたかった。
The real reason Freya was unable to leave Tangle Tower is that she could not get Fiona to agree to come with her. We're now firmly in the realm of speculation, but I think Freya felt that exposing the darker secrets of Tangle Tower, not just to the rest of the family, but to the world, would compromise all three
まあ
families.
告発するつもりだったんですね。
Somehow, free Fiona from the shackles of her
あー、なるほどね。
That was her plan anyway. But something happened before Freya could find her way into Pointer's laboratory.
She found her way into your study, found your notes, found that photograph.
あー、なるほど。書斎から見つけちゃった
I'm
の
willing
か
to。bet she put it all together quicker than we did.
So she worked out what had happened to the 5 ambassadors.
はい。
Specifically, what you'd done to them when they refused to help you.
あなたを助けようとしなかった彼らに何をしたか。彼らが何をしたかじゃなくて。
Freya had made a promise to paint Flora as a birthday gift, a parting gift no less.
あー
She'd be in a locked room, several hours away from her friends. It was my best chance.
But why hide in the attic? And why bother with the beetle at all?
The beetle in the gramophone wasn't for Freya. It was for Flora. She didn't deserve to be involved. She suffered enough. I couldn't get Flora out of the room, but if she could be unconscious, then she wouldn't have to witness anything.
あ
Why the knife? The illusion of the painted knife with the blood.
That was for Fiona. And Poppy too, I suppose. Gave them something to focus on.
You mean it distracted them while you made your escape?
It helped them cope. The very idea
あー、なる
of
ほど
something
ね。
abstract, something supernatural. I believe it made things marginally less painful for them initially.
はい。
Worked on you too.
そうね。
So why are you still here? Why not take your
確かに。
first chance and leave?
Ah, well, I've been waiting for an opportunity to get my beetle back. I'd really rather not leave without it.
うーん
Wait, it's still here?
It's still inside the gramophone.
びっくりしたぞーい。気絶しちゃったんですかね。
What's going on?
Poppy, they are both awake.
I can see.
You two all right?
My head hurts. What happened to us?
You were both unconscious. 14 minutes by my count.
Really?
You're both fine. No injuries.
この鳥どこにいたやつだっけ？
Was it the beetle in the gramophone? I heard it through the ceiling in my room.
The exact same sound we heard before the murder.
I guess it must have been.
So how did we get down here? What happened to Penny?
Fit saved both of you, obviously.
When I reached Flora's tower, you were both unconscious, and Penny was crouched down beside you.
あ、でも逃げたわけじゃないんだ。え、ペニーは気絶してないの？
She had her crossbow on her, but who knows? She may have just been checking you were both asleep.
Did you know that she was the murderer?
Poppy and Fifi suspected her. Apparently, they were pretty close to solving it
あ、
themselves.
そうなんだ。
Fitz did not want to believe us because he liked Penny a lot.
But what happened? Fitz, what did she do when she saw you?
She jumped out the window.
What? Did she survive?
She did.
I heard something land in the garden outside my room,
ああ、庭ね。
but by the time I got out there to check, she was already gone.
Hang on. Poppy, why do you have
Ah.
Penny's hat bird?
そうだ、帽子に乗っかってたわ。帽子に乗っかってたっていうか、頭に乗っ
Left
か
him
ってたわ。
behind. I found him sitting on the floor in the aviary, all by himself.
帽子だった
Poor
んだ。
little thing. The mean lady didn't care about you at all, did she? No, she didn't.
I apologize. Poppy seems to be under the illusion that the bird can understand human language.
So, Penny got away.
I'm afraid she did.
We had suspected she might try to escape. I was stationed here by the lake's edge. I proved to be an ineffective guard. She took the boat.
Did she take the beetle with her?
Nope,
How do you know?
because it's right here.
なんで？
It was still in the gramophone. I guess I scared her off before she had a chance to take it.
Poppy, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to give it back to your father?
No, I'm not. It doesn't belong to anyone. So, I'm going to put it on the ground and never bother it again. I think that's what she would have wanted.
はあ。あ、そうっすか。なんかあれよあれよで、気づいたらエンディングな感じになっちゃった感ですね。いやー、全然なんかペニーっぽくなかったけどな、犯人。ペニーだったんだ。まあ面白かったですね。なんていうか、まさかペネロピーが犯人とは。うん。そうね、なんか、複数犯人説をしてたけど、結局、ポインターは黒気味だけど何もやってないのよね。もうペネロピーの単独犯っていうことで、まあ真相に近づきつつあったプレイヤーを殺して、まあ残った人たちのためにいろいろこう現場いじってったと。はい。エンディング迎えました。まあ道中その、探偵二人のこうトークも非常に軽妙で、ちょっとクスッとくるような表現が多くて、まあなんかすごい洋芸っぽい雰囲気を楽しみながら、そうね、謎解きもなんか終盤結構苦戦しましたけど、なんか終わってみると、確かにトリックとか全解説されちゃったら打足なのかなとも思いました。なんかふわふわーっとした感じでピシャってエンディング行かれたんで、なんか独特の高揚感でこの実況を終えることになりそうです。推理ゲーいいっすね。はい。よろしければ高評価、チャンネル登録お願いいたします。これまでご視聴ありがとうございました。バイバーイ。